Hi, welcome to another one of my podcasts. This is Clint. We're going to talk about TV, film, and entertainment for the end of December, the end of 2024. As always, we're going to try to keep the podcast under 10 minutes, so let's start with the film reviews. We'll start with Wicked, the film adaptation of the smash Broadway musical, this time starring Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo, who are both wonderful in their roles. They sing great. They sing terrific together in their duets. The colors and everything work very well. John Chu is no stranger to musicals, having done In the Heights. He coordinates things very well. And this is only part one, and you don't feel cheated at the end of this part. Part two can't come soon enough, though. It's due to come out the end of 2025. So if you're a fan of musicals, if you're a fan of the original Wicked, you probably will love this one. It does linger with you and does grow on you. Next film we're going to talk about is Gladiator 2, a sequel to the film from a couple decades previously that won the Best Picture Oscar and featured Russell Crowe. Well, the only difference between that film and this film is that this one is a very entertaining, epic action film. It has good performances. Paul Mescal is good as the lead. And there's a through line between the original film to this film, so there is a connection. There is Pedro Pascal and Denzel Washington, a very strong supporting role, kind of a creepy. I'll let you watch it. He may get an Oscar nomination. This film is very good. It's just missing Russell Crowe. It's just not quite as good as the original, but that doesn't mean that it's not a very entertaining film. A Complete Unknown is a biopic on a young Bob Dylan played by Timothy Chalamet. He does a wonderful job mimicking and portraying the singer. He sings like Bob Dylan. I'm not a big Bob Dylan fan, but I was like totally won over by this performance. He will get an Oscar nomination, most definitely. He may even be the favorite. Good supporting role by Edward Norton as Pete Seeger and some other cast members playing real-life artists, singers. I would highly recommend a complete Unknown. It's directed by James Mangold, who did Walk the Line. He's no stranger to doing biopics and doing strong films. Next film I'm going to talk about is Nosferatu, which is Robert Eggers' labor of love. He grew up loving the original silent F.W. Murnau classic Nosferatu, and his interpretation of this story is very well done. Bill Skarsgård is really good as the vampire. Very good acting all around, including Nicholas Hoult. And the color scheme, the cinematography, the whole mood of this film, brilliantly composed. If you like gothic horror, this is your film. Very well done. Let's talk about some films that are in the offing down the road. Top Gun 3 is still being developed. It probably won't come out for a while, but it's being pushed forward. 28 Years Later is due to premiere in spring of 2025. The teaser has already gotten a tremendous amount of viewership. Barbie is going to have a sequel. It is currently being written by Greta Gerwig and Noah Baumbach. And there's a Beatles biography film that's being developed by Sam Mendes. Christopher Nolan has an all-star cast, including Matt Damon, Tom Holland, Charlize Theron, Zendaya, Anne Hathaway, Robert Pattinson, and more. It's going to be a live-action adaptation of the classic poem The Odyssey, so it'll be epic adventure filmed on IMAX cameras. This will be the IMAX event of the year when it comes out, probably the end of 2026. Also at the end of 2026, the third Dune film, Dune Messiah, is being worked on by Denis Villeneuve. He thought it was going to take longer to get this out, but he's fast-tracked it. So many of the principals will be returning from Dune Part 2, which is also a very wonderful film and probably going to be up for Oscar nominations in the next couple months. The third Knives Out film will be now called Wake Up Dead Man. Again, it will feature Daniel Craig as the rascally detective Benoit Blanc, and it has an all-star cast as well. The National Film Register announced some additions to its annual addition to its films that are historically and important artistically, and they've added No Country for Old Men, Dirty Dancing, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It's a very interesting list. There are some important films out there that are still not on this list, so they'll be adding them on a yearly basis, and it's just interesting to see what's already on there. On TV, the sitcom Malcolm in the Middle is returning with its original cast. The spy thriller The Old Man has been canceled after season 2, which is too bad because I liked that. It was a pretty good miniseries. And that's pretty much it for now. Next month, we'll be talking about some more Oscar-worthy type films, including The Brutalist, and we'll be going over some pre-Oscar buzz. And until then, everybody have a great New Year's, and stay safe.